Hi guys, it's Wade from Wade's Orchids here. We're going to do a greenhouse tour. Right now I have quite a few of the plants sitting up here near the potting bench. I'm getting ready to go to the bank and set up my yearly Christmas display at the bank for them. So I thought that I'd give you a look at some of these before I take them out of the greenhouse. Right here is Kalia percivalliana variety Summit. This is an incredible species, and it always blooms right at Christmas. It is a beautiful, beautiful plant, fairly easy to grow, pretty much standard for Cattleyas. It's not real fussy or anything, and a very reliable bloomer, puts out about 3 flowers per spike, and it has a mild fragrance. It blooms, I'd say, for close to 4 weeks. Which is really good for a species. A lot of the Cattleya species will bloom for 2 to 3 weeks, but getting more than that is a challenge. If you can get a hold of this for your collection, I recommend that you do so. It is a very good, reliable plant, and it is always a welcome sight when it's in bloom. We're going to just take a look around here. I've got a few Maudii type paths here that I'm going to be taking to the bank. Here is a nice coloratum type. I don't really have the names for these right off the top of my head. Over here I have a couple more of the alba. A lot of the alba types are going more towards an apple green color. Not that the original Maudii alba wasn't a green, but it wasn't quite as intense a green as what you're seeing these days. And next to it here is an old friend of mine, given to me by a friend. That is, yes, Path Venus Night, which is a cross of Ninja with... hold on, please. Venustum, yes, which is where it got its name from. Looks like we have the sun in back of us here, so it's kind of tough to see some things. Right here is a really nice plant of 2 Marguerite. Nice little Oncidium. Very similar to Twinkle. A lot of people think it is Twinkle, but it is in actuality a different hybrid. It does share one of the parents, and it blooms a lot like Twinkle. This is always a really nice thing. Again, it blooms right around Christmas time every year. We are in the good season for dendrochiloms, and I have a few of them blooming. This is a really nice dendrochilum. I have to look at the name. Uncidium. This particular one got a CCM for David Rosenfield when he exhibited it. And mine is doing very nicely. If you can see that, that's a 5-inch pot. It displays itself incredibly well. If you're looking for a dendrochilum that is fairly compact, this is a really nice one to get. Over here we have a nice little one. This one I just picked up last year. It's called Dendrochilomus stenophyllum. The flowers are smaller. It reminds me more of a bottle brush type thing than a chain, but nice white flowers, has a slight fragrance, and blooms very easily. This is in a 3-inch pot, and you can see it's doing fairly nicely. And one more here. This I just moved up to a 6-inch bulb pan, and That is Formosanum, Dendrobium Formosanum. The flowers are a really nice green color. Kind of matches the apple green of the paths. And that has got a lot of fragrance to it too. Okay, so we're going to move around through the greenhouse a little bit. Got one or two more here. This is Dendrobium World Cuppa, Denfale, that blooms for me. It looks like it's putting out flowers on the last 2 years, including this year's growth. But the flowers for the past years are only 1 or 2 flowers, so it's nice, but it's not anything in compare with the original bloom that it gets. And here we have a little Oncidium. Well, it's not little. This is Era the Mistress. Very nice. As it opens, the flowers change color a bit. And you can see there's a lot more purplish pink in it. At first, when it opens up, you can hardly even see that. So, nevertheless, very nice, nice size flowers, about a little over 2 inches, 2 1/4 to 2.5 inches. Nice thing. And here we have a Latonia. Why not cross with Encyclia atropurpureum? And this is as you can see, a very, very dark flower. It puts out a cluster. They're kind of cupped a bit, probably from the Encyclia, but it has got the really nice lip from the Latonia, and it's nice. Okay, we will move around here a little bit. Here we have Dendrobium Spectabile. This thing is always twisty and curly. Flowers are long lasting. They'll last up to 3 months. And I've got 2 spikes on mine this year, doing very nicely. Here we have a really, really nice Oncidium. And as usual, I have to check the name because I just can't remember everything. If I can find the name, there it is. Let's see. It is, Oncidium Big Mac Variety Orchid Loft. This is an AM plant. Got an award of merit way back in the 70s, I believe. And this is the division of the original plant. It's never been meristemmed to my knowledge. And it's a very, very nice bloomer. It is by far the best Big Mac that ever came out of the mix. Nice substance on it. Flowers last a long time. Behind me here, we've got a Cymbidium that's in bloom. Boy, that sun is something else. It's Friday afternoon on a sunny day. And this is a first bloom seedling. Well, not first bloom, second bloom, but it's from a seedling. And the name of this one is Easter Fire crossed with Florida Cracker. Okay. And that's a really nice thing. Love the lip on that. I have a fair number of well, not a fair number, 2 or 3 of these that I had brought up to flowering size, and there's going to be a couple more of them coming along. Let's see, what else do we have going on here? Got the last flower here of another Latonia. This is Latonia once again. And here is, this is a cross involving Dendrobium Spectable. And it's you might as well say it's a Nobile, but it's a very easy blooming Nobile type. And it is Dendrobium Princess variety Ashai. Flowers last a fair amount of time, I'd say 2 to 3 weeks. Very floriferous. It can bloom a couple of times during the winter time. And what else have we got? Oh, over here. This is Colman Aramis Red. This was available back about 5 or 6 years ago. But I guess what happened with it is they meristemmed it or had a batch of seedlings. I don't know if it's a meristem or a seedling. And then they didn't do any more of it, so it's not very available. Back here, this is another one. Both of these have got cochleota in them. This is a little plant here of Volcana Hula Hulao. And it's Volcano Queen is the variety of this. This is available as a meristem. Very nice, nicely fragrant, compact. I have gotten up to 3 flowers per spike. So, and this will put out a lot more flowers. This is just a little division here. Only 1 flower left of Cochleota Lois Posey. Like I said, there's Cochleota in a lot of the Oncidiums, and it is what you get a lot of your red from. Here is Ada Kiliana, now in the Brassia genus, variety Genie, which has got an AM AOS. Very nice dark brown sepals and petals with a yellow lip. This does a nice job of putting the size of the Brassias down when it's used as a parent. There was a Brassia Steve male that got an FCC early this year, and this is one of the parents of it. It was an incredible plant. And here's some Masdevallias. Right here we have a nice little flower. This is Angel Frost, variety Orange Parfait, which has an HCC. These are warmth tolerant, very easy blooming, and these are blooming from 2-inch pots. A lot of your Masdevallias will bloom when they're small. Here's another one. This is variety Red Shine, Masdevallia, or not variety. Hybrid name is Red Shine, and variety is Sheila. And whoops, no, that's coming from back here. Whoops. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, we've got a few flowers. This is Machu Picchu variety Crown Point. Machu Picchu puts out long spikes, and they don't often stand up real well, so that's why you have something like this. Actually, if I would have caught them and staked them in time, they would have been much more attractive. Here's a little Tolumnia that's blooming either very early or very late. I'm not sure which. This is Tolumnia Genting Yellow. The Genting series are not registered with the AOS, but it is nevertheless very nice plants that have come out of those. This one, as you can see, has a really nice bright yellow with dark reddish brown markings. And see if I can get that back in here somewhere. Here we go. Okay, up here, there's Kalia, formerly Sophronitis sanua, doing a nice job. And also, down further here, this is Tulumnia variegata. Flowers are rather small. That's just the way it is. But that sends out, it's what I call stoloniferous growth. It sends out a long distance between each growth, and it will climb all over just about anything, given it enough time. Moving along here, back in the shadier part of the greenhouse, here we have megalops. I've only had this for about a year, and it's a very rewarding plant. As you can see, it's got, oh my, I'd say 10 flowers at least on it, and each flower is about 1 inch across, and this is on a plant that's 2 inches tall. So it's a really rewarding plant if you're looking for something in the pleurothallid line. I imagine it can be grown in a clay pot with sphagnum moss keeping it moist, or as you see here, it's mounted. Moving down the line here, go past some Spanish moss. There's another Machu Picchu. This one has been open a long time. It's starting to curl up and it'll fold pretty soon. But in back of it here, we have Epidendrum porpax. This is an alba variety. And then right up from it here, we have the normal variety. The alba form is, the flowers are smaller on it, and the flowers don't last as long. The whole plant is smaller on this. But nevertheless, it's a really nice thing. And going back up here to look at the normal variety of porpax, this is a very nice thing to have. It grows and blooms very easily. It's getting dappled shade here in the greenhouse, watered almost every day when it's mounted like this. These need to be grown mounted. They just will not stay in a pot. It's another one of those things that just kind of vines all over the place. As does this, although it's not in bloom yet. This is in Encyclia, or no, Denema polybulbin in the Encyclia and Epidendrum group. I think it was Epidendrum polybulbin or Encyclia polybulbin at one time, and about 8-10 years ago got moved. But that is going to be blooming in about a month or so, and this thing just grows. It's a weed. That's all I can say. Hopefully I'll do another video when it's in bloom and you can see what it's like. This is fading, but this is Bulbophyllum longissimum, and the flowers on this one get up to 14 inches long. Really nice plant. It had about 8 spikes on it this year. Getting ready to open here is Bulbophyllum JM Galati. That's 5 flowers. That's as many as it ever gets. But this blooms on and off all year round. Nice little grocery store phalaenopsis that my wife got for me. It is surprisingly staying alive out here with the 55-degree nights. Not many of them make it. This has been open for quite a while. That is Kalia formerly Sophronitis coccinea. This can be difficult to grow if you don't have greenhouse conditions. It likes to be moderately cool. I water it almost daily. It's in a clay pot here with a little bit of sphagnum moss and some bark and perlite. And as you can see, there's moss coming out of the cracks. So it needs to be kept a bit moist. There's a couple more buds coming along here too. So it's doing rather well. This has been blooming on and off. It's a really small dendrochilum. This is called Javiari, and I can't wait for it to get bigger. I saw one that was larger, and as the plant gets larger, so does the blooms, or the bloom spike. This had 3 spikes before, and now it has 3 more spikes coming along. So this is a nice, fairly compact one to get if you can find it. It's pretty rare. Let's see, what have I missed here? Lots of things going on here in the greenhouse. Something I want to show you is this is what I am doing now with my things coming out of flasks. They go from this stage here into these little hexagonal shaped plug in the flats. And this is with sphagnum moss. And underneath it here, I have a big heat pad that's 4 foot long, goes through the whole thing. Oh, I should introduce you to Mr. Habenaria carnea here. This is a little seedling. It will get a lot more flowers. And it is a soft pink here. I get most of my Habenarias from Leon Glissenstein, friend of mine, and he has bred or done a selfing of a white one that's pure white. One thing about Habenarias, here, let me get one that's a little bit larger. Here, if you look, it's got incredible coloring on the leaves. This is just opening up. Again, it's a seedling. These will get bigger. But the leaf markings are just beautiful on it. I've been told that this is a little bit harder to grow than most of the Habenarias, but I would suggest trying one if you're looking for a Habenaria to work on and see how it goes for you, because it's really worth it. So, what else have we got? A couple of other things here. Here's a couple more Habenarias. This is Habenaria Oriole, I believe. Some of these are in like little miniature community pots, I believe. Yes, this is Oriole. And as you can see, one of the plants has died back already, but there's 2 more here that are still putting out flowers. And seeing that it's December 20th now, 5 days till Christmas, and these are still blooming. So the Habenarias bloom mostly, for me, fall into winter. Here we have a couple of flowers on a plant that I got a CHM on. This is Dendrobium catanatum. I tried crossing this with Dendrobium unicum to get some color in it, and we got a total of 2 plants out of the whole cross that are growing, and hopefully we'll be able to see what happens with that. This is a nice little Kalia here. This is the first time I've seen one of these bloom. It's Circle of Life crossed with Polestar. And nice red flowers. And flowers are about 2 inches. Plant size is about 6 inches. So that's not too bad. What else? Here's another Oncidium. That is Odontochelys hot pants. Odontochelys means there's odontoglossum and cochleota in it. And I showed you the cochleota. Now you can see that color coming through in this very well. The cochleota is very dominant for color. What else do we have? A couple Cattleyas here. This is Gold Digger. Over here, this is a very long-lasting Cattleya. This has been open for at least 6 weeks already. It's got nodosa in the background of it. And the name of it is, yes, come on here. This is Hawaii Stars, Variety Paradise. This is what I call a bag baby, which means if you've ever seen the Cattleyas available at Lowe's and Home Depot and those places, it's by Better Grow, the company, and you can get some really nice things out of there. Just take a look at what they offer. Here is a bulb film Elizabeth Ann. This is not the original one. This is a remake by Bill Toms. And this is a nice mauve pink color. So that's about it, guys. Greenhouse is getting really full. And hope to be able to give you another update here pretty soon, or some information about some other things. Okay, so you guys take care. Thank you so much for watching the videos and all the comments that I've been getting. It's really nice when I get to meet some of you. So have a good Christmas and holidays, and take care. This is Wade from Wade's Orchids. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.